Well, hello there again, YouTube. This is Tycooners Steve, ready for our next Let's Play. Just hanging out right now, making sure all the guests are happy and all the animals are happy in our farmland, which they do seem to be so far. And that means we're going to finish up farmland today. I know you probably thought we were finished for the past two episodes, but no. If you follow me down the path here, you'll see we've got this whole big green area left in this little section of the park, and so I intend to fill that up by putting in some horses, and then we can look over and finish the river, build a bridge out of farmland, and we will be done with it at long last. 3 episodes. It's the whole farmland trilogy. But here we go now, and let's get together and... well, the animal thing ever opens up. Okay, there we go. We are going to put in some horses. If I can find... in fact, I think I know exactly where the horses are. I'm not going to have to look around because I'm pretty sure they're an Aurora design. Yes, indeed, right there, the American Mustangs, which we're going to have on our farm. Of course, last time we put in moo cows. Can't have a farm without moo cows. Can't have a farm without horses. So this should do us great. Then let's get to work. I really don't have this exhibit planned out because I'm kind of hemmed in by the fact that we do just have this little section left. So I'm just going to kind of... I guess I'll just grab this low rope fence that I've been using and go ahead and just kind of make up an outline for the area here. Yeah, we'll just take this all the way to the edge. I'm not going to try to slip in anything in that little sliver on the back, so just go ahead and go around. And let's see exactly how does the goat fence look. Okay, yeah, I'm just going to match it up like that. That'll be fine. Okay. So that looks like it's more than big enough. The horses will have plenty of room to run around. And... okay, yeah, that's what we're going to do. That's going to be just fine. And we'll curve the path in front of it, finish the river. Yeah, that's exactly what we're going to do. Okay, I'm happy with that, so let's go ahead and get a shelter for the horses. I think I'll stick with the small stable. I'm only going to have like 3, maybe 4 horses in most, so we'll just tuck it in here behind the trees. Already got set up. Yep. There we go. And we'll build another little barn just like we did for the moo cow shelter. Let's see, where are those whitewash fences? Right here. 3 high, I think's enough. Drag that across, and now the shelter's peeking out a little bit. I'll just move it here in a second, but lay down the rest of this. Just a little barn. I want this area mostly open, so not going to do anything extravagant. Alright, let's just move that so it's not poking through our fences here. Perfect. And we'll make it a little bit wider there so none of the horses get caught up trying to get in. Particularly since in the back, it's not like the guests are going to be able to see that, so I'm okay leaving it pretty wide open. And maybe put in one of these grassland... no, I don't really like how that looks. It doesn't miss the top. We'll just we'll put in a salt lick here, put it towards the front of the exhibit, of course, to kind of lure the animals out. We want them to obviously get in range of the guest. And we'll just start decorating. Maybe something big back here like these rocks. And you know what? Before I start like putting in trees and everything, I still have a couple different statues and stuff that look really good in the farm that I might combine into this exhibit, because some of them are actually like horse equipment. And oh, you know what I do have is this, like, they call it old house, but it looks like an old farmhouse. Maybe I can put that like right here on the side as part of... flip it here. Or you know what I can do, since that is a fairly big display. Let's get rid of these rocks now, and instead put the farmhouse in the actual exhibit. Like so. Yeah, I'm good. Alright, yeah, let's do that. And we'll make a dirt path from there to there. Another one going to the salt lick. Sort of like that. Combine there. And let's go ahead and make it look like this pond extends. It's not going to be perfect because the fencing won't let you put the water through, but I'm going to disguise it a little bit once I put the plants in, so it's not going to be a problem. Just put a little pond there. Looks like one big pond, and we're going to put in, I think we use this, it calls it a water device. I think it's some type of pump. At least that's what it looks like to me, like those old-fashioned pumps they have to use to get it. So we'll put it near the farmhouse. Put together a little, okay, so this is going to be like the main farm area. Another thing I think we can do, let's get down here and do a search for our plants. Now the question is, will I be able to find her? It's going to be another one of those episodes where I have to look forever to find the plant I'm looking for. Not there. Nope. Come on. Yeah, I know you're in here somewhere. Maybe I went past it because it feels like it's. Oh, you know what? I bet you it's in the actual Mustang recommendations here. Yes, there it is. Tomato plants. And we're going to just treat these tomato plants like we did our corn on the other side of the farmland. Of course, these ones are actually going to be in the exhibit. So I probably won't make it as big a tomato plant as I did the corn, but get them 3 or 4 wide here. Again, it's way too small to be like an actual tomato field, but I like this size because it looks like sort of the little garden variety plant patches that you would see in an actual petting zoo. Which, by the way, why does Zoo Tycoon not have a petting zoo function? Like, there's no option where you can like let guests in with the goats or anything. That would be really cool. I don't know why. I don't think we've ever been able to crack that code. I've seen like. Well, if you know about like a domestication patch or anything, let me know, and I'll go ahead and make the alteration so people can play with our goats. But for now, we'll just have to let it go. We got our tomato plants in there; they're looking great. I think the Mustangs do drink from the water, but I'm going to give them. I'll put it back here so it's not in the way. I'm going to give them a trough too, just in case. And then I'm going to put some hay bundles up front here. Nope. Get the ones on the ground. And that can act as their food source. Let's stagger that a little bit to make it more interesting. And one of the leaning ones. I don't know if I mentioned this last time. I use these in the cow display too. They do work really well. The animals eat them and everything, but sometimes the zookeepers don't refill those bundles. So I'm also going to put down a substrate pile just so I'm not getting alert messages if they're too stupid to do it. And since we put the substrate pile down, I'll grab some of my favorite butterfly weeds and use that to hide it a bit. And yeah, I'll put them around the house. Like Granny here is probably keeping some flowers. In the corner here is going to be nice to just kind of fill it in. And grab a trembling aspen tree, one near the house, again, that Granny's probably watered all her life. And then some just to fill in the background area here, so you're not staring out at, the city skyline. Still looks like we're in the middle of the country, we're in the farm, we're having a great time. It's going to be fantastic. Fantastic. Yeah, I don't want to put it. I did put some hills in that neighboring goat display, so let's add a little hill here, smooth it about. And just something like that. I might play around with it a little bit later, but just a note. Oh, no, I'm here. Now, truthfully, I probably could have just let this, since I'm pretty sure the Mustangs and the goats would get along, I pretty could have just made this one huge display, but I am going to keep them separate, just so it's a little easier to keep track of where the animals are. But since I do have a shared fence, I'm going to go ahead and kind of disguise it here by putting this big rock up front, and then some of our big blue stems down the way here. You could probably do the same effect by just changing that to one of those hedge fences, but I don't think it looks quite as good, so I'm going to go with a taller plant. Map it out with some more of our flowers. Pretty orange butterfly weeds, and we'll unpause and take a look to make sure. So yeah, you can just see that center post, and if the splash ever ends, we'll check and see. There it goes, it went away. Yeah, that looks pretty good. It looks like there's just more buildings in the background and some big blue stems have been building up. And the farmhouse looks pretty good. I've never done that by putting it in the exhibit before, but yeah, I'm pretty happy with that. I'm really glad it came to me at the last second. Okay, that's one of the advantages of not having a clear picture of what you're going to do before you start the actual display. It encouraged you to experiment more, and that time it turned out well. So I'm glad, because that time it was on camera. Usually it turns out bad, but I don't record those times, so it all works out. Okay, and let's figure out exactly what we're going to do with our pathway here. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to put it right up against the fence, even though there are horses, and horses are pretty tame, and you could probably make it so the horses don't bite the people. Still, I'm not going to chance it. Still going to give it that one space of remove. And straighten that out. And we'll go ahead then and just extend the river here. I'm just going to take it right to the edge of the map, and that way the farmland is going to be completely separated by a bridge on either side, so it is its own little section of the zoo, very clearly. Well, the river needs to be thicker there, but I'm just going to leave that for now while I put up a bridge. That way I don't have to worry about trying to start the bridge in water or something crazy like that. Because sometimes the hitboxes are a little off in this game. But, let's see, I think it was too high, too across is what the other bridge was, so I believe if I start here, yes, perfect. I'm doing so much better at that. So glad. And it was too wide, definitely. Up. And one more set over here. Okay. So that's where the bridge is going to be, and now I'll just widen out that river so it looks more natural, not like it just tapered down to a little stream here at the end. Okay, got that done. And this side, I guess I could leave a little room. It doesn't have to be directly across, or directly flush with the path at that point. I don't like the way that looks, so let me get rid of that fence and just kind of thicken up the path here. It's kind of got that sharp 45-degree angle is the reason it's bugging me a little bit, so just let that get a little wider. No problem there. And let me grab my fence path here so I can get a clear picture of exactly what I'm going to do with the foliage around the path. Oh, that's a little too far. Block the bridge. So straight there. And nope, that didn't follow me. Come on, there we go. This area kind of dead ends. I'm not. Oh, you know what I'm going to do? We are pretty far removed from the concession area up front, which is where the only other bathroom was. So, just so I don't have to hear guests complaining they can't find the bathroom, and we don't get sued for destroying somebody's bladder, we'll go ahead and drop down that family restroom there. And we'll decorate around it with a couple of these trembling aspen trees. Because bathrooms need to be pretty too. What else can we do here? Let me just finish off that fence real quick. There we go. That way nobody tries to swim the river. What else? What else? What else? What else? I don't want this to look bad. Oh. You know, I need to put in a gate so the keepers can get in, and I'll hide that inside the barn here. That'll look great. And that's one of the reasons why, well, I guess mostly it's because of the hitbox that I don't put my fences, like, I don't connect my exhibits with the actual zoo wall, but I always like to keep a little ring around there just so the zookeepers can walk around. So that way if I want to put an entrance in the back of an exhibit like that, there's an easy path for them to get there. Okay, and I guess we better put the roof on our little barn for the horses. And I realized I did not put the right type of fencing in if I'm going to put a roof on it. At least not if I'm going to put a sloping roof on it. I need to go ahead and angle the fences up here. So we'll change this middle one to a 4. and the ones on its side to a 4-3, and that way we can have a nice little roof. It fits in with the rest of our exhibit. It's a little too late to go back now and start putting in flat roofs everywhere, so this one's got to be an angled roof. And that's just sort of a aesthetic tip I would recommend. If you're trying to make things look like they were built by humans, they should all kind of be symmetrical and even. If you're trying to make it look more like a natural environment, I recommend trying to make it look a little more wonky, like things aren't perfectly set up, because obviously in nature there's no like perfect 90-degree angles, or everything's not going to be perfectly symmetrical. But in humans, like if we're building barns, it's going to be kind of standardized throughout. So that's just a nice little thing to think about. Okay, I think I'm going to follow my policy here of putting in a cut when I do roofs, so I'm going to just lay this one down and see you guys in a second. And there we go, the roof is on now. And we'll let the plants reappear, so there you go. And again, it just matches up real nicely with all the other barns in the area, since it is supposed to be a human construct. Let me see. I'm just taking a look at that old bridge so I can make this bridge match up, because again, bridges are made by humans, so we want them to look like they were done by at least competent humans. So let me grab that railing I used on the side there. Yep, here it is. Cable fence. Yep, come on. Just, nope. Come on, don't fight me. Okay, I put down one. See, there we go. Okay. I don't know why it was being so tweaky there. And I believe my posts were 3 high. Were they the dark wood or the light? They were the dark wood. That's right, because I used a dark wood roof. Alright, so let's put these posts in and just line them up with where the fence posts already are. So it's all nice and neat. There. And there. Okay. And wash and repeat on the other side. 1. 2. 3. There we go. 3. Okay. And slap the roof on that. It was the dark wood, I remembered, because I think that was the one. Nope, that's too low. Oh, now it's trying to stay on top. Is that the right height? That looks a little low. Nope, that's way too low. Here, let's move it off. And nope, I didn't mean to actually put that down. Come on. Now see, that looks too high. Nope, it's fine. That's perfect. I do that a lot because the little railings around the elevated paths kind of fill in the little gap there that we were showing. So there we go. And get rid of the excess here. Bye-bye. Is that the right path? I think I was actually using a darker one for the roof. Yeah, I used a darker roof over here. And I think I like this one better, so let's make sure we match it up. This one, I think? Yeah, because it's saying it would be 0 to replace it. So that's the one. Let's hop back real quick. Although this one's not bad, but yeah, I'll make them uniform, and this one matches the post better. So there we go. Alright. And so there is our exit bridge. So everything south of the river here is now farmland. Pretty cool. Oh, you know, I'm going to take one of these farm signs here, because it is going to be possible when we're done to get to farmland coming in on the, I guess this would be the west side. So we'll go ahead and make a copy here, so that you are also welcome to farmland if you come this way with the sign that says farm. And let's take a look. I'm not 100% in love with the path here. Particularly since it's a little fatter, I'm going to try to put in something, I'm not exactly sure what, but just something to make it a little more interesting. It's not just a big bare area on the path. Now it is a good idea, again, speaking of just for aesthetics and making this look good, to not have your path all like a perfect straight line the whole way. You know, I try to zig and zag it a little bit, or like put in that windmill we did in the previous episode. Actually, I guess it was 2 episodes ago. But if you do fatten out the path, I also don't recommend leaving it bare. So I do recommend fattening the path or making it curve, but not just doing that, doing something to fill in the space. No, I don't really like that. What do I want to put there? I guess I have these big hay bales. No, they're a little too big. They would block off the view of the horses if you're coming that way. Oh, I have this well. I think that well is going to look fine, but I don't really like it on the path. Okay, what I'm going to do is a small alteration here. Get rid of these guys here. And we'll just put the well. Well, let's not have it perfectly in the center. We'll move it off to the side here. And let me repair my fences I had to delete, because that feels like something that I would forget if I didn't do it now, and then I'd be all upset on myself. So 1, 2, 3, all wonderful and good. The goal gives me a little chance to throw around a few more butterfly weeds in this area. Do I want to put a tree there as well? Do I want to put a tree as well? On the side. I don't know if I like that or not. Yeah, that's going to be fine. I'm going to leave that one tree there. It's going to be fine. Lest we forget, let's actually put in the animals here. So let's put in... we'll put in 2 and 2. Just because these horses have some really cool variants. You can tell that they're all a little different. So I want to show them off here. And... well, that's pretty good, really. Let's see, what am I forgetting? Oh, here's one thing I should do. Just to make it look a little bit better, I'm going to change sort of the back area of the wood, or we're using the rope fence for the front so it's easy to see. And it's the same thing I did with the cow display. We're going to switch it to this wooden white fence on the back side, just so it gives the effect of being more like an actual farm. Doesn't really matter, but I think it looks a little bit better, and you know, it's a kind of game where looks count as far as I'm concerned. And let's unpause, and you know what, we'll back up here. We'll do a full walkthrough of the farm exhibit and kind of celebrate our triumph over this trilogy. And switch here to guest mode. And okay, so we're going to skip past our Nile crocodiles and Keeper Odell. I hope she's still doing fine. And here we are. You can actually see quite a few of the exhibits from here. I'm really pleased with that. Let's head down. You can obviously, here's our outside of our pig display. If you go left, you can see some hay bales in our cornfield. There's the chicken coops. Chickens are doing fine. Here is our moo cows. Again, they all seem to be happy. All seem to be great. Some little kids observing it. Never probably seen a moo cow. They're city kids. The inside pigs. I don't see the inside. Okay, there are goats on the inside, or lambs, or sheep. I'm not exactly sure what species there are, because I got quite a few in there. I guess that was a Leicester sheep right there, or border Leicester sheep, or whatever the official name is. Come around the outside, take a look at our windmill. That looks pretty good. I like the look of the river. Might decorate it a little bit more. Certainly plenty of horses. Any goats outside? Yeah, they're kind of hidden from that angle, but let's just take a good look at the horses. Yeah, I'm really happy with our decision to put the farmhouse in the back. I think that makes it look really cool. Ties the whole area together. There's a man running to a bathroom. See, I told you we needed one. And so, what's next is whatever's across this bridge. And I honestly have no real plans in mind for what's next from the bridge, so I can't wait to get some suggestions from you. Go ahead and leave them in the comments. Let me know what you think we need to do. What's the next area going to be? Is it going to be a single exhibit? Is it going to be a whole land like the farm was? I don't know. Let me know what you think. But in the meantime, of course, I'll take those comments or any other comments you want about the zoo. Also, be sure to like the video if you liked it and subscribe to my channel if you want to see more. Thanks for watching it, and this is Tycooners Steve saying have a great day.